and gobbled up that rebound and went straight into attack mode on the putback.
He is one of the most determined rebounders, Clark, we have got in the NBA.
Yeah, you're calling it right, Kevin. I mean, he gets so many second chance points because of how hard he works to get to the rebound.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the third player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other two, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Now here's Rose. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Green kicks to Barnes. On up the court. That's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Curry passes to Thompson. Lets it go with the 3. Second chance shot. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you know what? He doesn't mind getting his hands dirty when it comes to really fighting on the backboard.
Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against the Clippers.
Yeah, struggled to shoot the basketball in that game, but still found a way, if you will. I mean, they had to pick up the slack in a lot of other areas, and they did.
And, Greg, you know, not too many teams are going to win shooting that poorly from the floor. You know, I'd have to say it says a lot about them as a ball club to win with that poor shooting performance.
Wasted no time on that one.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. I asked him what he'd most like to see from his team today, and he told me we'd really like to keep Pau Gasol under wraps in this one. He went on to explain that Gasol can take over games with his efficiency on the offensive end. And the key to their win will be getting a hand in his face every time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. Curry with the steal. Fires from deep. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And the second free throw, good. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 14-6 run. And Gasol sends it back. Now here's McDermott, covered by Barnes. McDermott dishes to Gasol. It's stolen by Bogut. Barnes with it. Butler covering from 11 feet away. And that one's good, Barnes.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Now, here's Rose. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Number 1, the Bulls. Second, the Warriors.
Well, they're both not standing around watching and waiting for rebounds to come to them, Kevin. These teams are boxing guys out and going after the ball with vigor.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and play to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Celtics in Boston.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Rose can't get that one to fall.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
That doesn't go either for Butler. Warriors leading by 9. And it's the Warriors to start out. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot.
And, you know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
No good from Gasol. And here's Golden State. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Now here's Curry. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Great look, but off the mark. McDermott with it. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. That one may be a little beyond his comfort zone, but he made it count. Rose has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Thompson outside. And he goes in for the dunk.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
Now here's McDermott. It's stolen by Green. And he gets it to go. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Rose. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Gasol kicks to Mirotic. And the pass to McDermott. 6 on the shot clock. Tries again. The shot will not go. The Warriors go the other way with it. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Greg, we know how important it is when you can go to your reserves without much drop-off in production. It gives you a big advantage. I know they'd love to see that again tonight.
Mirotic the screen. Rose dishes to Gasol. Warriors with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Down low and stolen by Mirotic. McDermott passes to Rose. He kicks to McDermott. Releases. And again, Chicago. No good. Stolen by Rose. Left side Gasol. Nice D from Bogut. Warriors leading by 4. It's Curry outside, and that one's good. Curry's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly, eventually pulled it together, and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And so here is Chicago. It's a 10-point game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game, but they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Now here's Rose. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Warriors leading by 10. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
And again, Chicago, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Nice shot by McDermott. The Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. It's Curry outside. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry. And let's go to our leaderboard. Instant offense is the specialty of these guys. The highest scoring shooting guards of the past month. Second, Jimmy Butler. Fourth, Klay Thompson.
And night after night, we see this group punish opposing defense.